Welcome to the Art Lady channel. Today I'm going to show you how my classes painted these really beautiful mandala designs on rocks. And this was done with a glow in the dark type paint that charges with the sun. So at nighttime, this is what the rocks glow like. And they glow a lot better than what you're seeing, but I can't photograph and capture exactly how beautiful they are. But this is in the dark in actually a closet of after I charged it in the sun for probably about 30 minutes. But I'm going to show you step by step how we created these. The class that I'm having come in next is going to be first grade, so I'll demonstrate on this first grade rock here. And this rock is approximately, let's see, we're doing about a 9.5 inch by almost 9.5, 10-inch rock here. So it's a pretty large sized rock that's pretty smooth. And what we did was we first of all primed it with some outdoor primer, and now I'm going to do a stencil real quick on the center, and then I'm going to have the kids use these pieces of acrylic tubing to actually just dot around this. And we're going to be using some of this glow paint, and the rock will eventually be given as a gift to one of our teachers, but I want to show you the process. So we went ahead and primed it, and it's been dry for a couple of days. So now I'm going to use the glow paint, and I'm going to shake this up. This, from all my research, I found that this brand, and it's from glowink.com. From my research, I found that this is going to be the easiest for us to use at the elementary level because we only need to do one nice thick coat. And I tested it out, and it seems to work pretty good. The sun charges it nicely, and then it glows a little bit. It glows pretty good, actually, in the dark. So I'll show you that as we finish up. But right now, I want to put this stencil on so that the kids can then come around with their dots all over. So every kid will be putting some dots on, and it says to put it about 1/16 of an inch thick. So I'm just kind of dabbing this pretty thick on here, and then I'll let that dry, and then the kids can come on top with their dots. But what this is going to do is this is going to give them an area or a space to apply their dots to. So it'll be all spaced out equally for them. And this is what I found is going to be the easiest for this project, this rock painting project. Actually, if I hold it and just kind of place over it, I want it to be pretty thick. The company recommends it pretty thick for the glow. What this is there's little crystals in here that actually activate the glow powder, or which is the glow powder, the little crystals. And so you want that to be pretty thick so that in the nighttime, when it's dark, there's enough crystals here. I'm trying to get away with just one coat of glow paint. So we're dabbing this gently, as thick as I can get it without messing up my stencil. And if the stencil gets a little bit uneven around the edges, I'm not too concerned, because like what I said, the kids are going to come over this now with their dots, and this stencil just makes a nice radial design as a guide for us so that the kids can see the pattern as they put their dots around it. So I'm hoping this will work nice like this. I've done one, and now I'm going to lift this and see, and there we have it. So yeah, it works out pretty good. And like I said, the kids now can come back with their dots, and they know where to put the dots. And then once this dries, I'm going to layer in the center here some other colors. So that's the beginning of our rock painting project. this was kindergarten that did the purple dots in this pattern. And the stencil I used was this diamond swirl stencil first. And I actually just did this with a regular acrylic paint here. And then I had them use the glow paint around this. That way we have some nice thick paint. So during the daytime we have some beautiful bright color here. But I'm going to actually have them come back even with the smaller acrylic tubes. And I also have some of these little dot styluses here that they will come back and get really tiny dots with. So we're going to layer a lot of this, and we'll layer on top with the glow paint. But I wanted to show you after one class what that looks like. So every kid did a couple dots, and then they were able to participate. So I'm going to actually have a whole grade level put dots on this, and then we'll present it to the teacher. So this is after one class, what it looks like. So here's my first graders trying. Yep, and go do it so that it touches the rock. Yep, do a full complete press. You're gonna have to dip in again. Yeah, a little bit. And redo this one, yeah. Yeah, okay, that's good. Redo that last one for me. So each kid's gonna do half of the circle to form that flower. So when we dip in, you wanna make sure that you touch the rock completely, okay? Here's another student, and I just wanted to video and show you guys, now dip in again, how I'm doing it with the kids, and I'm working with a group of 3 kids at a time. Very good, okay, and the next one, come on up. And this is done in an art class. So now you're gonna start on the next flower, hold it straight up in the air, very vertically. And I have right now my class, the rest of the class is watching. They're also gonna be coloring a picture while we do this. This should be straight up in the air. And I have this on a ladybug, so they're actually viewing this as we're doing it. Yep, now try, go right around. Yeah, and then continue right around. And this is first grade, age 6, that's creating this rock. Some are 6 and some are 7. We're at the end of the school year, so a lot of the kids have turned to 7. Perfect. And I'm having each kid do half, and then I'm going to call up the next group. Yep, that's it. Dip in and reload. Reload. That's it. Go slow. And one more. You can probably get 2. Get 2? Yep, 2 off of each dip. Okay, now hand it to the next student.
But you need to redip.
Yeah, you got to redip. And we're going right around. Yeah, you might want to reload it. Reload it with paint. That's it. Yeah, close. That's it. Reload. And this will work nicely because this will give a nice thick layer of color. That way we don't have to paint 2 and 3 times. Some instructions said to give several coats, so we can't do several coats with this. So far I've gotten almost all of my kids in first grade. Make sure you do it straight up in the air. Yep, so you get a perfect circle. And it's looking pretty good. We've got a lot of these concentric flowers coming around the edge. And it's gonna look lovely. Okay, pass it on to the next person. Yeah, it's looking really nice, and actually it's drying pretty quick, which is, I'm pretty excited about. Beautiful, and it almost has a sparkle to it too, which is kind of neat. I do see an iridescence to it. We're gonna continue around. Yeah. After about 1 to 2, we have to reload. Okay, reload. And 1 more. Perfect. Excellent. Yeah, she knows to reload. Perfect. And how old are you, 6 or 7?
6.
6. Perfect. Oh, reload. Now we're trying another concentric circle inside the yellow, and we're layering this, and it accepts the second color pretty good too. And even though you can see how it's thick and built up pretty good right there, the second color goes on pretty good. Yeah, I'm really enjoying these acrylic circle printers. They work really well. I'm excited about them. And this paint is really thick, so it's beautiful. I'm happy about the paint as well. So I'm going to have my next class come on in, and they will add more dots inside here, then we'll layer here, and we'll add more around here. But the pattern, I really like using the stencil because it gives the guide for the kids to where they can put their dots. And I'll show you as we progress. Here, the 5th grade students are creating a mini radial design around the bright green spot in the center. It's almost like a floral design.
Do you have a specific
And the
place I-
students come up
Oh, that was bad.
in groups of 4 to go ahead and create the mini radial designs. The rest of the class is working with some modeling clay as we create this rock project. Don't dip in so much, it's just a little dip. You have to, did you dip in again? Alright. Oh, your nails look good with this.
I'm getting mine yellow for the dance. I'm getting Ted's and I'm getting yellow.
Hers looks good with it. And the 5th graders are finishing up the radial design on the 5th grade rock. Each kid from each grade level paints a different group project or group rock. And this is the 5th grade example. So far 2 classes have painted on this rock. And the kids are in the background. You can hear them singing. They're practicing their graduation songs that they'll be singing at graduation. So this is at the end of the school year for 5th grade. And here's the progress so far on the rock painting project, the group project for my whole elementary school. The one in the very upper left here is kindergarten. And then I have the 1st grade example here. Now my kindergarten and 1st grade classes, I have double classes. So there are a lot of children in the classes. So they have, it appears to be that they have more done because actually there's more children. Then the upper rock up here, I believe is the one in the center, is the 5th grade example. And then this is a 3rd grade example. And then my 2nd grade, only 1 class participated in this one. I believe 1 class, maybe it was 2. And then this is, I believe, my 4th grade example here. And I think there was 2 classes that participated in that as well. So some of the classes I had 2 classes do, and other rocks there was 3 classes that participated after 3 days. But I want to show you the progress so far. And actually, the 1st and kindergartens almost look done. We just have probably 1 more class to add to the examples over here, to the very left. And then we'll be done those rocks, and then we'll start on a 2nd one. Because I do have 6 days of classes. We have a 6-day rotation. So I have 6 of every grade level. But here's the progress so far. This is the 4th grade rock example, and my 4th grade kids are adding right now today the tiny red dots. You can see 2 students are working on the flowers right now. And I'm having each student do 1 complete flower round. I placed the rocks on a cart and I've had it charging in the sun for about a half hour. And now I have it in one of my closets, so I'm going to go ahead and close the door. And the camera is picking up a little bit. And I end up losing some of my quality here as I close the door. But you can see a little bit of the way they glow. It's just not picking up all the colors in the video. These images are just photographs of the rocks in the dark. I was able to capture a little bit of the quality of the rock, at least a little bit better than a video. But in real life, they are much brighter. I just don't have a recording device to capture the beautiful colors of the glow. You can see some areas that are brighter than others, and that's where we did thicker coats of paint. But overall, I'm really pleased and excited, and the kids absolutely love the way they came out. Thank you for checking out the video, and if you have any questions, just put them in the comment section, and I'll be happy to answer them.